This is the fourth in a series of talks given by Krishnamurti in OJAI, California. J. Krishnamurti is regarded internationally as one of the great teachers and philosophers of all time. For some 60 years, he has been traveling throughout the world giving public talks to increasingly large audiences. He has published over 30 books and founded schools in the United States, England, and India.
This is the last talk or conversation between two friends. We have been talking during the last 3 talks various aspects of life. We said how important it is to have the capacity to doubt, to question everything that is taking place in the world, not only externally, but also inwardly. All our thoughts, our feelings. If one is aware of one's own illusions, to question all those. Because skepticism without cynicism has great beneficial effect. Our brains are programmed for 2000 years, according to the Christian world, and the Hindus and the Buddhists 3,000 to 5,000 years. They have been programmed like a computer. Catholics, Americans, Russians, believers, non-believers, specialists, psychoanalysts, psychiatrists and so on, scientists, doctors, who have been programmed. And of that there is no doubt about it. Because this programming has resulted in our being conditioned. And unless we question, doubt, have great deal of sane skepticism, the brain can never be free. And freedom and to be free are two different things, if we may go into all that. So, what is it to be free? Freedom is from something. Freedom from our own misery, from our own troubles and problems, free to have an economic society that's providing for all human beings, a society that is not too corrupt, and so on. Freedom from our own bondage, from our own peculiar tendencies, opinions and judgments, in which most of us are entangled. Opinion, judgment, conclusion is so strong with each one of us, and that prevents perception, seeing clearly what is going on in the world, both externally, outwardly, and much more so inwardly, the whole psychological complexity of one's own life. So, what is it to be free? Not freedom from something, which is then becomes a reaction. Freedom from capitalism has led to totalitarianism, with all its misery and brutality. And freedom from our own particular fears is still in the area of a reaction. Oh, if one is free, had freedom from some peculiar urge or tendency, one could be so great and so on. Whereas to be free is something entirely different. The word free comes from, though etymologically it's not very clearly established, free, to be free, implies in that word love, amongst other meanings. Because we do not really comprehend in our own life what it is to love. And if love is the opposite of hate, if love is the opposite of jealousy, or if love is the opposite of attachment, every opposite has its roots in its own opposite. Are we understand this? If one is greedy, as most of us are, and the urge not to be greedy, that contradiction is born out of one's own greed. Do you understand? Is this somewhat clear? The word free, to be free, has many meanings, but mostly free means to be a friend, to love. And love is not something that the thought can evolve, put together, and or can be cultivated. It's not, you can